Alright, welcome back to the PBA. This is week 7. I'm going against my good friend Majin. He's actually the one that kind of pointed me in the direction of the PBA. As you can see, this week I'm rocking Mega Gardevoir, Rotom Heat, Suicune, Chansey, Crocodile, and Swellow. He brought the Chatot, Lucario, Typhlosion, Shaman, and Blastoids, and Rotom, neutral. So I did a lot of planning for this video, but we'll see if we actually did well, which it was kind of a clash, I think. I think I didn't prepare for what I thought was coming. But I'm going to go ahead and I calced Mega Gardevoir against Chatot, and I thought, hey, why not try and take the Chatot out as fast as possible. Which I mean, he had it focus stashed. As you can see, it's going to come up. I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve and Calm Mind up. Because I'm like, okay, I can take one chatter. In other videos I watched of him doing the PBA, this Chatot rocked house on some of the other members. So I'm like, I have to take this out fast. So he goes for chatter and gets confusion. I go ahead and go for a Calm Mind. No, I actually hit myself. I'm sorry. But I was gonna go for a Calm Mind, try to get it out the next one. So I go to Hyper Voice this time. There's no sense in trying to set up again. I missed my opportunity. So I bring down to the Sash. He goes Boom Burst, brings me down, 4%. So I did invest in some defense so I could take some Boom Bursts and Chatter. But it doesn't really help me because I did get the confusion the first turn and hit myself. So here I'm like, either I let Mega Gardevoir go down or I save it for later. Maybe get a Wish off of Chansey because I did bring Wish to this on this match. So I go out to Chansey and he's just gonna go for Chatter again, pretty much predicting probably I'm gonna switch. So then I'm sitting here and I need to get this Chatot out. So I'm just like, okay, so let's go for a Seismic Toss, thinking he's not gonna switch out. He's just gonna stay and let it go down. He doesn't. He brings out Rotom. And I hit myself in confusion anyways. So I'm sitting here again saying, okay, what do I do? This Rotom can't do much, so let's put up the substitute. He goes for Willow, and I hit myself in confusion again, and the Willow starts whittling away my health. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, I gotta come back from this somehow. So he goes out to Lucario. I'm gonna go out to Hiei, our Rotom Heat, thinking, okay, maybe he will go out to Lucario and I can go for Overheat, but I sat there in Damage Calc and it wasn't a good thing, so I'm still sitting here like, I'm not sure if I should go for Willow. Is he gonna go out? Is he gonna go in? Is he gonna stay in? Should I go for damage? Should I go for Willow? So at this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go for Willow. Whatever comes in is going to get Will-O-Wisp. And he brings in the Blastoid, which, I'm okay with burning. That's not, like, a big deal. But I'm locked into Willow, so I need to switch out. At this point, I know he's probably bringing Water Pools, so Suicune's my best option. And he's going to Mega Evolve. As you can see, I'm going to go out to Core our Suicune, which Suicune didn't put in any work this week. It kind of got taken down pretty fast. And I definitely set it for both physical and special defense. So here we go, and into Suicune, and of course I predicted the Water Pulse. Already knew it was coming. So he's gonna get whittled down by the burn, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm like, I'm gonna go for a Calm Mind because he can't really do anything to me at this point. So that's my best option. I mean, I could Ice Beam and Scold him, but it's not really gonna do anything. So I need to get that special attack up. So then he brings in the Shaman, and I know I can't stay in with Suicune because it's just going to do a Seed Flare and take me out. So I'm just trying to figure out at this point, damage calcing some, and Chansey's are the best option because it's physically defensive this week. So the Seed Flare is going to take me down, and we're going to get the special defense drop, I think. Right? Yep, special defense. So down goes the Chansey after a second Seed Flare. Then I'm like, how am I going to handle this Shaman? I could go out to Fu our Swellow and do Revenge Kill and Brave Bird, or I can save Swellow for later and go back out to our Rotom Heat. So I do go out to Rotom Heat here. And I'm going to just go all out for a overheat on this guy. There's no sense in sitting back and not getting any damage out. So overheat it is. And like I said, I'm doing a lot of damage calcing. Do I go for a Shadow Ball? I think I might go for a Shadow Ball here because I thought maybe he might go into the Blastoise. Nope, I go for overheat. I'm pretty sure. Nope, I go for a Shadow Ball. Oh, maybe not. I don't remember. It was either a toss-up between Shadow Ball and overheat. And I wasn't sure. The Blastoise was either going to come in or the Lucario. Or I'm sorry, the Shaman was going to probably come in. So at the end, I thought overheat was the best because the Typhlosion does end up getting a Flash Fire on me. So that wasn't a good idea in the end. I should have just went for Shadow Ball. But I was trying to predict, but it didn't work. So I'm like, okay, the only thing that can really deal with this is Typhlosion is our Suicune. So go back out to Suicune. He goes for Eruption. Takes me down to a little bit above half. And then right here, I'm just like, I'm going to go for a Scold. Might as well. And he goes out to Shaman. I get a crit though, but doesn't do much. So then I'm going to sit here and I'm thinking, okay, what do I do? Who do I go out to? So I go back out to our Rotom Heat, predicting a Seed Flare. It does get a crit on me, and I get the special defense drop. So I decide that I should either go for a Plain Split or a Shadow Ball. And I don't want that Typhlosion to come back out and get the Flash Fire. So this is where I do go for Shadow Ball. It really does anything. I should have went for a Plain Split, but I thought Shadow Ball would be better to get the damage off. So this battle was at 6 o'clock in the morning because me and Majin are different time zones. So I didn't play as well as I thought it was going to. So I go out to Fu, our Swellow. Just going to get the revenge kill here. It's the best thing to do. Get the damage off, get the Shaman out, or whatever comes in. The Rotom comes in. It does take the Brave Bird pretty well. I get my Toxic Orb so I can get my Guts. And at this point, I'm just like, I might as well go for another Brave Bird. There's no sense in sitting here and trying to switch out, switch in, switch out, switch in. So, and now that I'm Toxic Orbs a boost, I can take the Rotom out. So I do eventually go for a Brave Bird. Ugh, post-com is so different than live-com because I can talk and, and this battle was about a week or two ago, so I don't remember everything fully that I was thinking at that time, but I do remember I was damage calculating, trying to figure out what was going to come in and who was going to take it the best, and if this was really going to take anything down. So he does go out to the Chatot instead of letting his Rotom go down. So I'm going to take the Toxic Orb damage and the recoil from the Brave Bird, in which I knew that's what he was trying to do. At this point, I believe I just go for another Brave Bird to just get damage off. I mean, there's no sense in going for anything else. I'm going to take the damage from the Toxic Orb and the damage from the recoil, so I might as well make it count. So, I think I'm damage calculating here again just to see how much a Brave Bird's going to do. Or if I should go for Facade. Nope, and I did go for Facade, but he was faster than me, which I was a little confused by, but oh well, Swellow was a little slower than Typhlosion, and I didn't really think that through. I think he might have been Scarfed, but I'm not for sure. So at this point, Korra is the best to go into to deal with this Typhlosion. I could probably take a hit from the Eruption at this point, and then I'm trying to think right here what I was thinking. I was trying to think of how I was going to take this down, what was going to be faster, I think. And I think Brazy was supposed to be faster, but like I said, I think this was choiced. a Choice Scarf, which would make sense because it outsped. So you go out to Crocodile. I'm gonna go for an Earthquake here, or no, knockoff, so I can get that Scarf off, because it's the only way that Core is gonna outspeed. And he goes out to his Rotom, which takes it. The knockoff takes him out, which, I mean, that's damage, so I didn't really mind. I believe I go for another knockoff because that's the only thing I can really do here, because I'm only down to Cora and Hazard. So I go for knockoff and take the Shaman off of whatever item it has. And there goes Seed Flare, takes me out. And then Cora's the only one left, so that's going to be GG there. So the PBA isn't going well for our team. I think I tried to build as best I could, and a lot of these other teams were really like focused on had some good cores actually. Like the Chatot, I never thought would be a good pick, but it was. It was definitely it for Majin here. He knows how to play it, so it was perfect for him. So the Seed Flare takes me out. So that's gonna be GG. Good job, Majin. Congrats, and we'll see you in the next video, alright?